Howdy, everybody, and welcome back to another fantastic review. First off, sorry about the fact that my wall currently has no personality. I have moved since the last video, and I know that that was a while ago, but I came out of retirement to tell you guys about this new album. Characteristic Olympic Games. This album is by Karakteristik, an all-girl Calc rock group from Portland, Maine. Calc rock, in case you don't know, is like math rock, but it's harder. It's got emo influences, metal influences. It sounds, if I were to give you the best imitation of what it was like, I would say that it sounds like scoring, especially the early stuff, self-titled, all that stuff. You guys know all about that. I don't want to have to redo the whole history of music for you guys. Olympic Games starts with a Ginsberg poem about the subject matter of the album before launching into Stockholm 1912 with some intense drum machines. This is the point at the album that I would best describe as a metal lullaby, which I think is a really good way to describe basically the album as a whole. The reason I say that is that the album is loud, it is in your face, it is borderline obnoxious, and it's also incredibly soothing. This is especially the case with Rings, which features over a dozen trumpets, and if I were to give you guys just an understanding of what it sounds like a herd of elephants. Rings and a lot of work on this album seems dissonant at first, but over time it evolves into this thing that makes sense and seems natural, like the way music is supposed to sound. It goes against your preconceived notions of melody and harmony and timing and everything that's supposed to be right and good in music. Tattooed on the side and the aptly named "ah" are the best examples of this noise and the best reflections of the metal part of Calc rock. "Ah" especially devolves into absolute chaos before flowing into the field recording influenced Chimps, which I just want to say about Chimps, Chanteuse Wilson crushes it on that song. Lead singer of the band destroys that song. I'm shocked. On the other hand, songs like Blip, Train to Kill Demeter, and Seek Interlude are calmer. They're much more on the math side, at least, but also with very heavy emo influences, and that kind of is where the lullaby part of the album comes from. Still, even on these songs, there are these undertones of like chaos and cacophony, and I think that's important because it's what carries the whole album, is this sort of like chaotic frenzy that underlies all of the songs. And while I promote this as a Calc rock album, I do want to say for math rock fans who have not listened to it, be wary, because this might not be exactly your cup of tea. It is very different. It is very out there. I don't want to lead anyone in with the wrong idea over what they're getting into. As for the lyrics, the symbols are clear, the storytelling is good, but what really sticks out for me is the thematic content. The themes presented in this album by Wilson, who does most of the writing, are done so in a really powerful way, where they simultaneously are in your face, it is clear what the album's about, but also there's a lot of nuance to be found within this general theme and this general idea. There's a lot of different ideas at play, so that the more you listen to the album, the more digging you can do and the more you can enjoy it, which I think is the best way to approach an album, is to reward multiple listens. Olympic Games is a really loud album, but if you give it time, I think that most people will warm up to it. I've even started to fall asleep to it, which I know sounds weird. Like, I'll admit it, that's really weird to listen to Calc rock when you're falling asleep, but that's how it is, Clearly, by the way, I'm gushing over it. I really liked this album. I'm going to be slapping a 9 on it. If you are even considering listening to this album after my review, my little taste, or if you saw anything on Pitchfork or musicreviews.com or Scott's Reviews, which I know a lot of you guys like to go on, I would do yourself a favor. Check it out as soon as possible. When this video ends, go to Spotify, go to Tidal, peep this album. You are going to like it, probably. Normally, I would ask what you guys think and for you to put it in the comments below, but I am worried some of you are really going to dislike this album, and I am not ready for the criticism that might come from me doing what you guys think is a bad review. So leave nice thoughts only in the comments. Don't be mean at all, and I will see y'all next time.